Hey guys, how's it going? Lou, Adrift in Tokyo here again. So, just a few final things before I wrap it up for tonight, because I am getting tired. It is 9 p.m. here. Got an early class tomorrow. Gotta do some participation. Blah blah blah. So, Foundation Week at Hitotsubashi. I talked a little bit about the team building that we did. I talked a little bit about the different introductions, all that good stuff. But let me talk about some of the more interesting things that went on. Pretty important, important things if you're living in Japan. So basically, I'm trying to get to the page here. So one of the fun things that we did, if you're going to live in Japan, you better know emergency procedures. I get this really strong sense, now that I've lived in Japan for almost 2 weeks now, that it's not up to the individual, well, it is. It's up to the individual to be prepared, but there is a strong sense of group response in Japan. If there's a fire, we expect everyone to be familiar with using a fire extinguisher. We expect everyone to know what to do in an earthquake. We expect some people to check on others if they're hurt. So it's not like in the US where if you want to get trained in CPR or how to use a fire extinguisher, it's up to you. And you may have like a team in your office or whatever to kind of get trained in it. It's like, no, if you're going to be in this building, every single one of you is going to be a trained individual on how to respond if there's a fire, if there's an earthquake, because a lot of things I'm noticing in Japan are not done by another organization. Like, for example, there's no cleaning in our university, and that may sound strange. You're saying, well, it doesn't get really dirty there. It's like, well, no, because it's on us to take care of it. It's our home, it's our community. We have to own up and clean up after ourselves, because if we don't, we're the ones who suffer. And so I really like that about taking care of your own area, because it's too expensive to hire a Japanese cleaning crew. There's no cheap labor, to my knowledge, readily available in Japan. They're mostly Japanese, and the income gap is not, not very wide. It's very narrow, the income gap. So hiring a cleaning crew, I think, could be quite expensive. So no cheap labor, take care of things yourself, group response. So we were here yesterday at Hitotsubashi, and what we were talking about was earthquake safety and what to do in case of a fire. Now, again, if you live in Japan, you better know what to do when an earthquake hits, because it's not a question of if an earthquake hits, it's a question of when. And so this was really great what they did. We went through all the typical standardized emergency response phrases and emergency numbers that you would come across if there was a real earthquake happening in Japan. And so what's an example? If you were watching a news, this is better. In Japan, every single one of their smartphones is pre-programmed to have a connection to some emergency response system. So if there is an earthquake, I've got my phone here. If there is an earthquake, it will automatically override whatever is happening on my phone and flash on my phone saying, earthquake at this part of Japan, you have X seconds to prepare. And when I say X seconds, I mean 10 seconds, 15 seconds, or 5 seconds. And so there's other apps that I've downloaded to put on my phone, but that's pretty cool that they have a centralized response system. And so at the university, though, they taught us all the key phrases like, I think it's hinashite kudasai, evacuate, or nigate, nigete. One of the two. I would recognize it, hopefully, in an emergency. Nigete kudasai, which is run. The other ones are like get to high ground, or there's a tsunami coming. But these were all really good. Then they take us outside and we go through an earthquake simulation. Now this was really cool. They got a bunch of guys from the local ward office to bring an earthquake simulator truck, and it's probably what you exactly imagine it to be. It's pretty much a truck, and on sort of the flat bed of it is a different compartment that is hooked to some hydraulic mechanism at the bottom and they have like a little model house rigged into this truck. And so you climb up the platform, you get into the truck, and you get under this model table, and you hold on, and there's 4 of you, and they slowly increment the earthquake from, they're on a Shindo scale, Shindo. We talk about magnitude, but they call it Shindo. There's something else that they clarify there, but I won't go into the detail. They take you from a Shindo 4, which is close to a magnitude 4, all the way up to a magnitude 7, or a Shindo 7. And so I'm sitting in the earthquake truck, and it's going, and you're like, okay, magnitude 4 is not so bad. This is pretty good. Then you get to a 5, and then you get to a 6, and then finally a Shindo 7. And you're sitting in here, and by this time, the truck is like violently being shaken, and you can barely hold on to the table. And the only thing going through my mind is like, how the hell would a building hold up in this type of situation? And basically, you know, you just kind of have to hope that, you know, that they do hold up. They're designed to hold up to that type of destruction, that type of earthquake. But man, until you feel how close to a magnitude 7 earthquake is, you have no idea like what that's like. And so I hope that I don't have to experience a magnitude 7 earthquake, because it felt like, I mean, you can't stand up. You can barely crawl when that's happening. So it was intense. So I'm glad I felt that in the earthquake simulation, but I don't want to experience it in real life. So basically, we also used fire extinguishers after the earthquake simulator, which was kind of cool. You know how to put out fires, and then we did some you know, other stuff like how to prep your emergency kit, which I've already gotten taken care of. And so yeah, I feel pretty good about that. I feel like I can handle earthquakes. Let me check the time. I can handle fires. So feeling pretty good. They prepared us pretty well. I'm glad they were thorough and they got that out of the way. So, alright. Anything else for Foundation Week? I told you about the faculty. I told you about the program. What we did. Oh, we had an awesome team building essay in true Japanese style. Before classes get too busy, we went out to this izakaya, or Japanese bar, called Zawatami. It's basically a chain restaurant, and we drank and we drank and we drank some more, and it is so much fun, you know, to build these relationships with people from all over the world, because you know, it's not about getting drunk. Although, you know, you probably say, like, oh no, it is, Lou. You love drinking. No, it's about just letting go of all the restrictions in the university, or the restrictions you may have at work, and just kind of getting to know your friends and your colleagues a little better. You know, it just levels the playing field. And so the Japanese guys were playing all these like drinking games, which it sounds like there are a bunch of games, but really every single game concludes with the person just drinking their beer. They say different things in Japanese. It's like, you know, what is it? What were they saying? It was like, Jun-san no mita mita ni something something something, and everyone claps 3 times, and then they clap softer, and then they clap 3 more times, and then it's like, go 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 go, and you just keep on drinking and drinking until your beer's done. And then they say some other words, and then that guy has to drink his beer, and so it's just a bunch of chugging. And so that was a lot of fun. And so tomorrow starts the actual classes. I've got marketing and operations management, and so we'll see how that goes. I hope to share a little bit more about that experience. But before I leave you off, I gotta show you an awesome present that I got. And so I was telling the family here how much I love the O-Tousan, or the SoftBank dog, that white dog that I posted I think a while ago, and they gave me this. Now, you wonder, what is this? Well, it is a SoftBank mug. I love it. It comes in 2 pieces. And I will be enjoying my coffee when I move into my apartment with this little guy. But you've got the mug portion, and there's a SoftBank dog. And then the other portion is the lid. Isn't that sweet? I get to enjoy my coffee with the SoftBank O-Tousan. So this is awesome. I'm gonna buy some more SoftBank things. I don't know what it is about that dog. I guess their marketing team had me figured out, but I love that. I love this gift. It was very kind to them. Apparently, they give these out at like emotional times, but they weren't interested. They weren't as interested as I was. So I appreciate the kindness. But so yeah, that's it for now. Anything else on my list here? No, I think I've talked about everything. So the next, my next schedule after classes tomorrow, I've got 3 more on Friday, and every Friday we do kind of another drinking party. But I'm not going to be doing that heavy this Friday. I hope to post some pictures from our team building and some pictures from other get-togethers. I'll catch up on that. But until then, send me your questions. Tell me what you what you want to know about Tokyo and the programs, and I'll get to it. Anyway, take it easy, guys. Thanks for hanging in there, and I'll talk to you later. See you.